Hello, Roy.
Why, hello, kid. Where'd you come from?
Oh, I've been around here most every night.
That's funny. I didn't see you.
Well, I guess you saw me all right. But you didn't want to let me know it.
Why?
Oh, it's all right, Roy. You're through with me. I know it. The girls told me what I'd get if I fell for you.
Listen, Kitty, I haven't got time to listen to a squawk like that.
Oh, but Roy, I'm not squawking. I'm just telling you, I knew when I fell for you, I was just going to be another song. You make love to every girl you meet. Then when you break her heart, why, you just got some more dope for another song. Oh, I know you.
Well, listen, little fella. I didn't get a song from you. You can get them with some women who have hearts. But you got a $20 gold piece where your heart ought to be.
Oh, Roy.
I'm due inside. Now, be a good kid. Forget about your broken heart. Nothing but a broken leg would stop you. So long, kid.
Shut up! I want to hear that kid.
Hello.
How are you?
Say, you think you're pretty good, don't you?
Sure I do.
Why don't you take some lessons, Hot Eyes? Where'd you get those eyes?
Say, are my eyes bothering you?
They certainly are.
Well, I'll get them fixed for you.
What's that you're playing? I never heard it before.
This is something of my own.
You mean you make tunes out of your head?
Sure, all the time.
Oh, gee. Say, where do you practice?
I haven't any place to practice but here.
Why don't you come up to my house and practice?
What on?
What, on a piano? I got a piano up there and you can play it all night.
Yeah?
And my landlady's okay, too.
Yeah?
Aren't you about through now? Why don't you come up tonight?
Yeah, I don't want to go to your house.
What's the matter? You afraid you might get kidnapped?
I should say not. Come on. Say, who are you trying to kid about afraid of being kidnapped?
Oh, gee, I didn't mean to kid you. Well, come on in. Oh, this isn't much of an apartment, but it's all I can afford.
It's all right with me, kid. It's as good as mine.
I have got a piano.
I see. You said you had a piano?
Sure.
Where is it?
Oh, I don't give a darn whether you like my piano or not.
Yeah?
As long as you like me.
Hey, what are you hiding in here?
Oh, I wouldn't hide anything from you.
No?
No.
Gee, you work fast, don't you?
Oh, no, I don't. I've had my eye on you for months. But you never give me a tumble. Oh, why didn't you?
Because I didn't see you, I guess. You can't see all the pretty girls that come in the Trocadero.
Pretty? Do you mean you think that I'm pretty?
Why, sure you are. Why not?
You know, I've been dreaming for days about just a night like this. You'd come up here and you'd sit down and you'd play on this piano.
Yeah? It looks like I'm going to be selling pencils from now on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can you undo that?
Sure.
Thanks.
Oh, don't try to kid me. I'm sincere. When I'm in love, I forget about everything else.
You must be out of your mind most of the time.
Oh, no, I'm not.
I had one big love affair in my life. And he loved me and I loved him.
Yeah?
Well, I'll prove it to you. They're the love letters he wrote me. I'll let you read them.
I don't want to read anybody else's love letters. A lot of mush.
They are not. They're really true love letters. Why, he was the first sweetheart I ever had. Oh, I know a lot of fellas. But I wouldn't treat any of them as nice as I'm treating you.
I wonder.
Well, you shouldn't. I fell for you the first time I saw you.
You could be a real nice kid if you wanted to be.
Oh, I want to.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Well, now I could go for a lot of that.
Could you?
Mm-hmm. Bundle of old love letters. I got an idea. Wait a minute. Gee, that's a pip.
An idea for a new song, Roy?
Yeah,
Oh. Is it about me?
sure.
Oh, Roy.
I've got to get busy.
Oh, just a minute, please. I want you to meet this friend of mine. This is the guy I told you about that plays in the orchestra at Proctor's.
Oh,
Mr. Miller, this is Roy.
I'm glad to meet you. Same here.
I've just been telling him about those swell tunes you've been thinking of.
Yeah?
Come on. If they're any good, I might be able to get you a break.
Say, will you sing him that one about those love letters?
Oh, it ain't much. Besides, it wouldn't sound good with just a piano.
What's the matter? Not afraid to sing it, are you?
No. Why?
Well, I don't know. I thought maybe you might have caught a little idea from somebody is all.
Why should I? I've got my own ideas.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I was just thinking. Maybe I can get one of the acts at the theater to try that out for you. Got a spare copy?
Well, I got a rough idea of it here, if you can make it out.
That'll be fine. I'll just take that.
I can get somebody to make a lead sheet if you want it.
Oh, all right. When you get it, bring it over to the theater, and I'll see what I can do for you.
Thanks, Mr. Miller.
Well, I have an early rehearsal. I'll tell you all goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Bess. See you soon.
Oh, Roy. Ain't you coming to see me no more? Are you through with me for good?
Of course not, kid. But I've been busy. I got a new idea.
Oh, yeah? A blonde or a brunette?
Now, ain't you funny?
Oh, I ain't funny. I'm just lonesome.
I'm lonesome, too. Say, when you got a lot of ideas, you got to keep them operating. I'll see you soon.
Wait. Tonight?
Maybe.
No fooling.
Of course not. You stick around here for a while, and I'll be back sometime.
Oh, I got you.
Sure you got me. So long.
So long. Isn't that cute? Wouldn't that go nice in our living room?
Gee, just match our rug, too,
Oh,
wouldn't it?
yeah.
Oh,
Call again.
thank you.
We'll have some new records in a couple of days.
Well, we'll be in again.
All right. Oh, lady, you forgot your purse.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're always leaving that purse
Oh,
around.
stop bawling me out. Every time I go to town, you're bawling me out when I'm shopping.
Oh, anything I could do for you? Oh, good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine. Did you want something?
Well, I didn't want to buy anything, but I wanted to ask you a favor. See, I wrote a piece of music for a fellow, and I wondered if you'd make a piano copy for me.
Oh, of course. I'd be glad to.
Well, that's great.
I have time right now.
You have? See, I play piano down the street here, but I'm not so good at writing music. But, you know, I've watched you for a long time, and I'm sure that you could do it.
I've studied ever since I was a child.
You must have had years of study.
Now. What's the name of your song?
Just a bundle of old love letters.
Just a bundle of old love letters.
Yeah. Words and music by Roy Erskine.
Roy Erskine. So, you're Roy Erskine.
Yeah. Say, it's funny I hadn't told you my name before. Here I am asking favors of you, and I don't know yours.
Nancy Clover.
Nancy Clover. Say, that's a peach of a name.
Do you think so?
I'll say. Say, you want to hear it now?
Oh, yes. Oh, it'd sound much better in F.
That does sound better. Gee, you're fast. Where'd you learn piano?
Back home.
Yeah? Where's that?
Troy, Ohio. I've studied ever since I was 8 years old. You know, sort of a child wonder.
Yeah? I didn't think you were a New York girl.
Why not?
Well, you seem sort of fresh. No, I didn't mean that. I mean that...
Oh, I know what you mean.
What?
Green.
Oh, honestly, I didn't.
No.
No.
Sing it for me.
Play it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Here in my hand I'm holding
What's the next?
memories of days of old, keepsakes of memories. He's a Japanese sandman, sneaking on with the dew. Just an old second-hand man, you trade your old days for new. He will take every sorrow of the day that is through, and he'll give you tomorrow just to start life anew. And you'll be a bit older in the dawn when you wake. You'll be a bit bolder with the new day you make. He's the Japanese sandman, trading silver for gold. Just an old second-hand man, trading new days for old.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sing for you this evening a brand new song by a brand new composer. After you, Jimmy.
That's your song, Roy.
Yeah.
Here in my hand, I'm holding stories of days of old, keepsakes of memories. No one knows what they mean to me. Faded and worn, fingered and torn, just a bundle of old love letters. I kiss each one, and though I'm pretending,
It's a beautiful play with an unhappy ending. Weary and blue, I read them through. They're all I have now of you. Teardrops of mine between every line, just a bundle of old love letters.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the surprise. This author happens to be right here in the theater, and I'm going to bring him right up on the stage and introduce him to you. The boy that wrote the song, Mr. Malaire.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Boy, that song is a pit.
Ain't it a honey?
Honey, it's a whole beehive. Joe, you needed that song in your act like Lindbergh needed an aeroplane.
What do you mean?
All right. Don't get mad on me. Don't I love you like a brother?
Yeah, you love me like a brother.
Of course.
Ever since you've been handling my act, I haven't had a dressing room with a window in it. All I ever play are these mouse traps.
All right. Can I help it if you do a cheesy act?
Say,
Listen, hold yourself in. No, don't show your tempo. You break that looking glass and you'll have 7 years bad itch.
Come in.
Hey, whose dressing room is this, yours or mine?
Oh, don't get so stuck up. Maybe it's somebody with an idea. How do you do? I'd like to see Mr. Lundeen, please. Yeah, just a minute. Joe, you want to see a man?
Yes, Elmer. Send him up.
Elmer. My name's Erskine. When you said Malaire wrote that song, you made a mistake. I wrote it.
Don't make me laugh. I make my living telling jokes.
Honestly, I wrote it. It's my own inspiration. Inspiration? Is your name Tchaikovsky?
No. He had nothing to do with it. Roy wrote that song.
How long ago did you write it?
About 3 months ago.
And I made the first piano copy.
Say, excuse me, lady. Copy, hoppy, poppy, this don't mean anything. How can you prove that he wrote the song? If there's a piano around here, I can prove it. All right, we have a piano. Joe, come on, let's hear the song.
All right. Oh, lady, would you mind stepping out first so that I can stand up?
Come on, hurry up. We haven't got all day. Teardrops of mine between every line, just a bundle of old love letters.
What do you think?
Coming out from the guy's eyes, water. He's crying. It must be on the up and up. I believe him.
Say, you got any more ideas?
Sure, lots of them. Wait a minute. Never mind your lots of them. I got one idea. It's commercial. It means something. Pardon me while I consummate. Boy, have I got an idea.
Yeah?
No.
No.
Yes.
What is it?
Listen, Joe, I want to tell you something. Look, you've been alone a long time. You get 2 other people with you, and you get it... Oh, excuse me. I'm awful sorry. I got excited. Look, would you please go in there and sit in Mr. Lundeen's room, and I'll be in a minute, huh? Sure. I just want to talk to him a second. Now, don't worry about a thing, and forget about that Tchaikovsky guy. Goodbye. Come here, sit down. Listen, use your brains. Think a little bit. Here. There is a guy with ideas, a young fella fresh with brains. She's cute. She's beautiful. She can play. And you? Well, all right. You're all right, too. You see what I mean? Now, look, get the idea.
Hey, do you mean...
Of course that's what I mean. Now you get it?
Well, all right, but listen. No more mouse traps.
No more cheesy acts.
Oh,
wait. And don't forget the 10%.
You're the one that won't forget that.
Listen, You should live so long till I forget it. Come on, kid, come here. Now listen, there's a cute kid, a smart boy. We put her in with short dresses.
Just a bundle of old love letters, faded and old, finger and toe. Just a bundle of old love letters. I kiss each one, and though I'm pretending, it's a beautiful thing with an unhappy ending. Weary and blue, I read them through. They're all I have now of you. Teardrops of mine between every line. Just a bundle of old love letters.
Boy, listen to that. Oh, touch my flesh. We're over, aren't we?
You think so?
Think so. I know it. Oh, boy, did you get that thrill?
I'll say I did, and how.
I knew you would.
See, I can hardly believe it. You know, Nancy, it was only a few months ago that we met Joe, and here we are playing in the same theater.
It's wonderful.
And you know we're only 18 blocks from the Palace?
The Palace? Say, would it be a kick to play that theater or not?
I'll say it would, and we'll play there before long. Come on, what do you say? Let's get dressed, huh?
I want to see these kids dance.
Oh, yeah?
Knock 'em dead, baby.
Okay, Bad Eyes.
Come on, Seth, get ready. That's our music.
Hey, that redhead's a kick to the devil, isn't she?
Yeah, but Roy, you mustn't take the girls too seriously.
Oh, I don't worry about them. I just use them as inspiration for my song.
Yeah, but you know, you mustn't fall too hard for that redhead. We must make allowances for him, Nancy. But he'll come through. He's on a merry-go-round now. You're too young to understand.
Am I?
Come in.
Say, my name is Riccardi. Just a minute. Don't move.
Oh, yeah? Well, what can we do for you?
I'm looking for a guy named Erskine. Are you him?
Well, what do you want of Erskine?
Hey, this is the guy. He's making a play for my wife. And I'm gonna pump a hole in it.
Wait a minute now, wait a
Just a
minute.
minute. Kid, don't you move again.
Well, I'm Erskine.
What are you?
Say, who is your wife anyway?
The red-haired girl with our two sisters.
Oh, the red-headed girl?
Yeah.
Not the blondie, no.
No.
Oh, you're talking about the red-headed girl.
That's who I mean.
Oh, well, and I'm making a play for her, huh? Is he crazy, Nancy? I ask you.
Hey, what's the matter with her?
Don't you know? Say, Nancy, you'd better get the kid out of the dressing room.
Wait a minute. What the kid?
Why, our kid. Our little boy. Meet the wife.
And this your wife?
Sure, that's my
Ah! Cristoforo Colombo! Guglielmo Marconi,
Say.
viva l'America! What you tell me before?
Sit down here.
I'm
I wanna
making this a
talk to
trouble
you.
for you.
Say,
Eh.
listen.
Eh.
Who's been telling you all this anyway?
Blondie telephoned me today and said if I don't come here, I lose my wife.
Oh, I get it. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Blondie wants to start something because your wife is getting all the applause.
Oh, my wife is good, eh?
Sure, Blondie's jealous.
Oh, she make it the trouble, but...
Sure.
Well, what do you want? Your husband is here. My husband? He's with Joe.
That's fine, that's good.
Sure, I'd love to come over. Well, here's your wife now.
Hello, sweetie.
Ah, my sweet patoonie.
Did you come to take your little wifey to dinner?
Ah, she loved me, eh?
Yeah.
I'm so glad I always have to eat alone.
That's all right. You come have a nice spaghetti dinner now,
You
eh?
poor little boy.
Oh,
I'm
it's
so...
all right. Goodbye, eh?
Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Excuse
Well,
me, eh?
I still don't understand women.
Say, Joe. How'd you get rid of him?
I sang him one of your songs.
Ain't you funny?
Sure, I'm funny. And from now on, you better be careful where you get your ideas for songs.
What do you mean?
Well, if you've got to do a lot of necking, why don't you pick on a giraffe?
Oh, lay off of me, will you?
Hey, kid, you going out there and meet that perfect 36?
You got a husband?
Not even a giraffe.
Ain't you funny? So long, Pop. Don't step on your beard. Good night, honey.
Slunk.
Hey, wait a minute. Why don't you lay off of him? Quit framing those parties.
Well, can I help it if he's got if?
Why don't you make a down payment on a brain? Everybody else has got one.
I would, only I'm afraid I'd get cheated like you were.
Get out of here.
Where's Roy going?
Oh, he's gone down to the zoo with another jackass. Come on, honey. What do you say we go out and dunk a couple of donuts?
This is the place I've always wanted to see. And here we are. Oh, I'm so thrilled.
I knew you'd like it. I got a big kick out of it myself the first time I saw it.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yes, it's wonderful for bankers and brokers. You come in here a banker and you go a broker.
Oh, now, don't spoil it for her, Phil.
Don't they have some sort of entertainment here, Roy?
Do they? Just wait till you see it.
Hello, Roy.
Hello, Larry.
And Phil and Joe. Good evening, Miss Glover.
Hi.
Sit down, boys.
Thank you.
Well, what a break to find you here. You mind if I tell the crowd?
Sure. They'd get a big kick out of it.
I'll say they will. Just a moment. Just a moment.
Say, listen, it's up to you to entertain like you never sang in your life.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I have a big surprise for you tonight. We have Roy Erskine, that brilliant young songwriter, with us, and I'm going to ask him if he won't sing one of his latest songs for you.
I appreciate your doing this.
Well, that's quite all right. Will you ask the orchestra to play Should I?
Should I?
Sure.
The yellow moon shines up above. Music is bringing songs of love. To you and me there should be our big love scene. Should I reveal exactly how I feel? Should I confess I love you? Should I reside beneath the pale moonlight and swear by stars above you? Should I repeat the sweetest story told? Should I entreat? Would it be too bold? Should I reveal exactly how I feel? Should I confess I love you? Should I reveal exactly how I feel? Should I confess I love you? Should I reside beneath the pale moonlight and swear by stars above you? Should I repeat the sweetest story told? Should I entreat? Would it be too bold? Should I reveal exactly how I feel? Should I confess I love you?
That's a great number. Thank you very, very much.
It's all right.
That was beautiful.
Oh, you gave out good from your fountain.
Hello,
hello,
Roy.
Roy.
We're going over to Brooklyn to Connie.
Yes, she's been trying to get you all evening. Won't you come and join us?
Please come along.
come on, Roy. Join us.
It's a great
Oh,
party.
yes.
Say, I'm just going to be tickled to death to go with you.
Attaboy.
You don't mind, do you, Nancy?
Of course not, if you'd like to go.
You look after her, will you, Joe?
Roy, none of those all-night affairs now. Remember, you've got a couple of records to make in the morning.
That's me. I make records and break them. Don't worry about me, Pop. Just another idea for a song. Come on, Phil.
We're going to...
Right away is me. Think of it. Yeah.
Nancy, don't pay any attention to that. He didn't faint.
I want to go home, Joe.
All right.
This is the sound room. You can stay here if you like. I'll have your test record ready very soon. Thank you.
Is there someone else recording? Could we listen?
Well, there may be something in a minute. I'll go out and see. I think there's something on in number 5. If you care to, you can try that switchboard. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Taylor, I'd like to see you alone, please.
Certain clause in there that I always use for the act.
Your new song.
Sure it is. What a beautiful voice. I wonder who it can be.
Artist Trevlin. Gee, I'd know that voice in a million.
You know her?
Well, I knew her a long time ago.
Thank you for the way you sang.
You are Mr. Erskine. I might have known.
I didn't know there was so much music in my song.
You have created beauty. I am only the interpreter.
I heard your voice in the other room, and I just had to see you.
Well, I'm glad of that. You are playing in town this week at the Palace.
You knew that?
Mm-hmm.
I hope you'll see it.
Ah.
Yes, I'm doing an act with Joe Lundeen. Do you know Joe?
Lundeen? Joe Lundeen? I may have heard of him, but one meets so many people in this profession, one can't remember them all. Joe, dear, what is it?
I guess she doesn't want to remember.
Here we are. Mr. Erskine is having luncheon with me.
Very well, madame.
Have a cocktail?
Yes, thanks.
Marie, cocktail.
Cocktails are ready, madame.
Thank you.
What a beautiful apartment.
Do you like it?
It's almost as beautiful as you are.
Thank you. Do tell me all about yourself.
Well, why bother about me?
Oh, I'm afraid I've got to bother about you. Go on.
What is there to tell? Nothing important ever happened to me until today,
Today?
when I met you.
Oh, what a lovely speech.
Does sound rather nice at that. Gee, it'd make a great first line for a song. Let me see. My life was empty till today when I met you. And that's the title, When I Met You. Gee, I could write a great song with you as the inspiration.
Cocktail, madame.
When I Met You, it'll be the greatest song I've ever written.
Can't you think of anything but your song?
Sometimes.
Hello? Hello, Keys Theater?
Yes?
Boston?
Yes?
I told you I want Mr. Erskine.
Well, you've got him. And how?
Who is that, you darling?
Well, I have the greatest news. You're to write the music for my new show.
Really? You angel.
Roy.
Not only that,
But I sold him the idea of putting your act in the show, too.
Joe, Nancy, and I.
Yes. So you see, darling, we can be together. Cancel your vaudeville dates and hurry back to town as soon as you can.
Listen, you're the loveliest, sweetest, the most gorgeous girl in all the world. You miss me?
Terribly, darling.
A million kisses. I adore you.
Hey, for the love of Pete, we're on next.
Goodbye, sweetheart.
Goodbye, sweetheart.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Joe, what do you think? Roy, there's something I should have told you long ago, and you must hear it.
Oh, never mind it now. Get this.
Hurry, boys, we've only a minute.
Nancy, artist has fixed it with Richmond to feature our act in the new show. Is she a peep? Boy, I'm crazy about her.
Roy, it'll be better for all of us if we stick in vaudeville.
What are you talking about, Joe? This is the greatest break we've ever had.
Quick, that's for us.
Come on, Roy.
One more week of this and our vaudeville days are over.
She couldn't keep them all looking nifty. There were just 50
Come in. Hello, sugar.
Hello, Joe.
Where's Roy? Isn't he with you?
With me?
Yeah.
Why should he be with me?
Well, I saw you talking to him after the show.
Oh, I was just introducing him to the man who owns the music store where I used to work.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't taken off his makeup yet. I guess he's out talking to some of his friends from Tin Pan Alley. I'll go find him. I'll be back in a minute.
It's sweet of you, Joe. But don't try to fool me. Everybody knows it. And besides, what business is it of yours?
What?
He's with Miss Travelin.
Yeah, I guess he is. Nancy, we've got to break this thing up.
Why, what a thing to say, Joe. If he loves her, and she loves him, why?
Oh, but she don't. She can't.
I guess she does, Joe. I don't see why she wouldn't. He's an awfully sweet boy. When he wants to be.
Nancy, you're not in love with him, are you?
Why, of course not. I just don't want anything to happen to the act. That's all I was thinking about. The act.
You're in love with him. And all the time I thought it was just... You love him. Wait a minute.
What are you going to do, Joe?
Oh, I'm going to tell that guy a few things.
Oh, don't do that, Joe.
You know, sweetheart, you haven't given me one good reason why we shouldn't be married right now.
But why all the hurry? Oh, Roy, we love each other. Won't that content you for a while?
No?
Here we are, the show just opened. I'm half crazy with my nerves. Are you real sure you love me?
I guess you ought to know that.
How many other women have you told this to?
Gee, I was just kidding them. Well, I never really meant it until I met you.
Roy.
Honestly, since the first time I met you, I've only had one thought in my mind.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, you know, in the best families, they knock, Joe.
I guess they do, but I forgot.
It's okay with me, though. I'd rather you knew it than anybody else.
Knew what?
Why, about us. Why, that's all right, honey. Why, ever since that day in the recording plant, Joe's known I've been in love with you. Haven't you, Joe?
Well, I heard you say it.
Well, and I meant it, too. Just to show you how much I meant it, I've asked her to marry me.
What did she say?
She's stalling me off, but she can't get away with it.
Have you told him why you can't marry him?
No.
Well, I'm going to tell him.
Say, just what is all this?
Roy, I hate to tell you cold like this, but she can't marry you. She's married already. Unless she got a divorce. Did you?
No. Oh, Roy, listen to me. Let me tell you.
No, I'll tell him myself. We were married 7 years ago. We did an act together. All of a sudden, she gave me the air. She said I was common and vulgar. But it took her 4 years to find that out.
Well, why didn't you get a divorce?
Well, I was going to, until her mother came to me and asked me not to. Then I wrote her and told her to get one. But she never did. So, well, that's that.
You think that's that? You've stalled around for 3 years, not giving her a bit of attention. Now suddenly you find she's in love with somebody else. So you come around and want to be the big hero. Say, what are you telling me all this now for?
Because you can't marry her.
That isn't going to stop me from loving her, nor her from loving me. Now, I'll tell you why you're pulling it. You're still strong for her. And you've been hoping that she'd come back to you.
Oh, that isn't true, Roy. I don't want her to give you the works like she did me.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something, smart guy. You lost her and I've got her, is that plain? And you're gonna give her a divorce, too, you got that? Because if you don't, I've got enough on you to get 20 divorces. Now, you got any more to say?
You mean, after all I've told you, it don't make a bit of difference?
Not a bit. You still love me, don't you, honey?
Oh, you know I do.
Now, if your hearing isn't as bad as your manners, go on. Blow. Gee, I hated to pull that on Joe. I guess you gotta keep those guys in their place.
What's the matter, Joe?
Nothing.
Tell me what's happened.
Nothing has happened, honey. You better run along home. I'm going to take a little walk.
Tell me, what is it?
Nothing. I guess I always say the wrong thing.
Why didn't you send him to the hospital?
When I saw how badly he was hurt, Doctor, I didn't think it made much difference. And the young lady pleaded so hard to leave him here.
Is it very bad, Doctor?
Are you a relative?
No, we're in a show together. But we're good friends.
I might as well tell you the truth. He will never speak again.
Oh, don't say that.
Internal hemorrhage.
Oh, Joe.
Hello, Edward.
Good evening, sir.
Take your coat off, Dick?
I've changed my mind. Let's go back to the club.
Well, can't we have a drink here?
No, I'd rather not.
Why not?
Because, Roy, I would rather not.
If you please, sir.
Well, what is it?
Something terrible has happened.
What?
Oh, Roy, let's be going. Let's go back to the club and have a drink. And besides, you've got to go back to the theater to get your key anyway.
Why, that's right.
But I think you should know, sir, about Joe.
I don't want to hear anything about him.
But he's badly hurt, sir. He's dying.
Dying?
He was struck by a taxi.
Dying?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Nancy.
I heard your voice, Roy. If you want to see Joe, you'd better come in now.
But I don't believe you. Why, Nancy, you're just trying to make me feel rotten because of the way I talked to him. Why, I can't believe you.
Neither do I. It's true.
Did this young man live in New York?
No, Doctor. His home is in Louisville.
Well, you'd better notify his relatives. Maybe they'll want his body sent back home. Good night.
Roy! Don't go. Don't leave me, please.
Hello, kid.
Hello, Phil.
How's it going?
Great.
You got a title for the song?
I should say I have. It's a pip. Listen to this.
Give me.
Old house, why did you leave? that a great finish or not? Has that got it?
Has that got it? Oh, pal, why did you leave me? Boy, I can see a million copies now.
Say, you know, I've got some stuff in that song that I didn't think I could write.
Oh.
But it took something big, like Joe's death, to bring it out.
Well, go on. Don't let me stop you. Let's get it out. Come on, make.
Say, did you see Abe about the royalties?
Sure, same terms. Go ahead.
No, nothing like that.
What do you mean?
Say, I'm going to get more for this than anything I've ever written.
All right.
He doesn't get it.
All right, why? Why?
Why? Because I'm going to tear his heart out with this one.
His heart? His heart. You tear his heart out and I'll photograph it.
Beg pardon, sir. Miss Clover to see you.
Nancy? Why, show her in.
Listen, I'm going to blow.
All right.
All I want to know is, can Abe hear the song tonight?
Sure, at 9 o'clock.
Perfect. Oh, hello, Nancy.
Hello, Phil.
All right. I'll call you at 6.
Sure. Hello, Nancy. Gee, it feels awfully good to see you. Sit down. Now, what's on your mind?
I wouldn't have come, Roy. Only I felt I must.
Why, sure. You know, I'm always glad to see you. You're different from any girl I've ever known.
Well, that's because you never knew me as you knew the others. If you had, I shouldn't be one bit different now.
Oh, don't say that, Nancy.
Is it true that you're writing a song about Joe's death?
Who told you?
I heard it at the music publishers this morning. Is it true?
Honey, it's going to be the biggest thing I've ever done. Now, can you imagine? Just get this. Old pal, don't leave me. Joe's picture framed in black on one side, mine on the other. Say, it's going to make me $100 grand.
Roy, you won't do a thing like that. Why, you couldn't.
All the big things in life are expressed in a song. Why not death?
Well, because, first of all, it only makes good what they say about you, Roy. They say that you'd use anyone and anything to gain your end to write a song.
But Nancy, listen.
Roy, I've never asked you for anything in my life before. But please don't do this.
Why shouldn't I?
Because I love you.
Nancy.
I've always loved you.
Why, Nancy, I never dreamed that
I never thought I'd have the courage to tell you this. And I wouldn't if I hadn't heard about that song.
Oh, company. I'm sorry. Hello, Nancy.
Hello, artist. I came to see Roy about his song.
His new one?
Yes, the one he's writing about Joe. Please ask him not to finish it. Please.
Mustn't write a song that's going to make him lots of money? Why?
Because it makes him cheap and selfish.
Well, what is this game for? Only to get what you can out of it any way you can.
But how can you encourage him in this? Why, I'd get down on my knees and ask him not to do it. If I thought it would do any good.
Well, it won't do any good. I've got something to say about that. And if that is all you came for, well...
Nancy.
What's the matter with her? Is she crazy? Oh, are you crazy too?
No, she's right. Why, everything I've ever written has been squeezed out of someone's misery in their tears. And poor old Joe had to die to give me my big idea.
Oh, so this little gingham-faced doll has made a very big impression on you. I could have told you the first day I met you. You never had an idea you didn't steal.
And why didn't you tell me?
Because I knew without your egotism, you wouldn't be worth a dime.
All right. I'm through.
Don't make me laugh. When you stop writing popular tunes, you'll starve to death. And loving a garret with a starving song plugger is not my idea of living.
Well, it's my idea from now on. And that goes.
Oh, so that's the way you feel about it.
That's just the way I feel.
Very well. I'll be seeing you again. Lord Byron, the $1 million sap. And all because of a little gingham doll. Oh, there's an honest inspiration for a song. Goodbye.
Well, there we are, Edwards. $4,326 worth of bills and $4,521 in the bank.
Leaving the brilliant young songwriter with about 200 bucks.
Pardon me, sir, for saying this, but you've always been very good to me. I have some money saved.
Thanks, old man, but you keep on saving.
But I wish you would.
I don't know when I'm going to make a dime or what I'm going to do. The worst of it is, I don't care.
But you'll be able to write again, sir, when you're feeling better.
Maybe. But if I do, you'll know that I did it without help from anybody.
You always did, sir.
No, I didn't. Why, I robbed my friends and all my sweethearts for everything I wrote. But you don't understand that, do you?
I'm afraid not, sir.
It's just as well. You probably like me more for it. Well, I'll make out these checks and you mail them.
Yes, sir.
It's a great day for me. This ought to be written down in the history of the old White Way. The last of the smart guy.
Oh, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, Roy.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Abe. You didn't hurt my feelings. I'm not feeling sorry for myself either. I'm just sort of disgusted with everything. So long, Abe.
Good luck, Roy.
Oh, Roy, darling. Oh, gee, I'm so glad to see you. I could kiss you, but I wouldn't. Where have you been since you quit the show? Gee, you look like a sick puppy dog. Where have you been?
Oh, everywhere. No place in particular. Say, I'm sorry I had to quit that show and cancel that 10% commission.
Oh, never mind the commission. I'm so glad to see you. We're pals. Isn't there anything I can do for you? Oh, come on, kid, on the level. I'm your friend. Tell me. Anything you want, I give you.
Oh, I don't want anything, Phil. Thanks. If I did take anything, I wouldn't have wanted to pay it back.
Why should you worry? I'm going to charge you interest.
The same old Phil. 10%, Phil.
There isn't so much 10% around anymore. You gave me the air, and look at the two schnookels what I got in there.
Don't forget, Phil. 10% from a schnookle is still 10%.
Say, by the way, got any new songs?
Not an idea. I haven't written a thing for months.
What's the matter?
Oh, I don't know. I guess that I haven't had the urge.
Urge? You mean a funeral urge?
Oh, no, that's something entirely different.
Maybe I don't know.
Say, have you got anything on your hip?
Listen, I haven't contracted no hip disease yet. Oh, lay off that stuff, kid. I'm telling you, sure, it'll kill you like a flash of lightning.
Oh, now listen. I'll take a chance. Once. So long.
Hey, where you going?
Well, I've got a heavy date with a cup of coffee.
Yeah, the ginger ale.
No, I take mine straight. So long.
Isn't that a shame?
Terrible.
What are we going to do with him?
What are we going to do? What are you trying to do, cut me up with my commission? You mind your own business, Abe. I'm telling you.
I'm sorry, Roy, but I can't tell you a thing. This bird plays the piano pretty well. If something turns up, I'll give you a call.
Okay.
Maybe you could use this.
No thanks, Mac. I don't think I'll need it. I'll get a job somewhere. So long.
Be good.
Roy.
Why, hello, Beth.
Hello.
I saw you standing out here. Why didn't you come in?
Well, I just wanted to see the boss a couple of minutes.
Oh, gee, I'm glad to see you.
Yeah?
Yeah. Where have you been?
Oh, here, there, everywhere. Roaming around. I've been back a couple of times. Guess I missed you.
Gee, I looked all over for you.
Amy, remember the time I kidded you about your love letters and called them a lot of mush?
Uh-huh.
And then wrote a song about them? I guess the laugh's on me now.
Why?
Well, I've carried one around in my pocket for 6 months. I bet I've read it 1,000 times.
From her?
Yeah. She told me that I'd never amount to a thing until I learned that love, real decent love, was the biggest thing in life.
Oh, Roy, she's right.
Well, I know she is. But I found that out after I lost her. And then I wrote the best song I've ever written.
Did you send her a copy?
Yeah.
Was it a big hit, Roy?
Well, it's never been published. Never will be. Well, I tried to tell her in my song that I'd learned that love was the real thing. This is the answer. I've never played your song. I can't. And so to avoid any heartaches, I think it best that we never see each other again. Nancy.
Oh, gee, Roy, do you love her that much?
Well, I love her more than it's possible for me to tell her.
Oh, but you can't go on like this.
Oh, what's the difference?
Oh, gee, you're getting me down now, too.
Oh, I'm sorry, kid.
How about playing something on the piano to cheer us both up?
Well, I'd rather not, Bess. You know, I hadn't touched the piano for months.
Do you mind if I play some jazz on the radio?
Sure, go ahead.
Love is a king that rules the day.
Gee, that's not very jazzy, is it?
Wait. Don't turn that off. That's my song.
Leave not love behind you. Take love where it finds you. Linger in its pleasure. Change it not for treasure, though you're searching for glory. Someday years will reveal. You'll learn from life's old story. Only love is real.
Bess.
I hope you like the song, folks. Miss Nancy Clover, our pianist, wanted this song put over in the hopes that the author, if he's listening in, will hear and understand its message. Ah, it looks like a little romance to me. Ah, well, it's better to have loved and lost. Much better.
Nancy. What station is that?
Oh, KMG.
Thanks, Bess.
The next half hour will be sponsored by the Brown Ant Paste Company. This paste will rid you of the little ants, also good for sunburn, freckles, and prickly heat. So please stand by.
I think it's lovely.
It's all yours. Gee, honey, I'm glad you like it. It isn't what I'd like to give you because it isn't half good enough, but it's going to be much better.
Of course it is.
My wife. Honey, I just can't get over it. Why, when I heard that preacher say, "Do you take this man?" and you said,
I do.
well, I just wanted to yell.
Yeah?
Well, I wanted to yell and tell the whole world that you're mine. Oh, gee, you're a sweet kid.
And it was all worth it, too. And here we are in our own little home. And you're the bride, and I'm the groom. Oh, baby, what a title that is for a song. Wait a minute.